to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Trustee Blower.
Yes.
Trustee McGurran.
Yes.
Trustee Young.
Yes, ma'am. Public participation. Anybody sign a list?
No, but we might have a sneak attack.
Okay. Individuals who wish to address the board.
We don't have anyone.
Okay,
Trustee Young.
we'll skip that then, okay? We'll go to the motion number 25-137 to dispense with the reading of the minutes from the November 6th meeting, 2025, regular meeting, November 17th, 2025, special meeting, November 19th, 2025, work session. I need a second.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Trustee McGurran.
Yes.
Trustee Blower.
Yes.
Trustee Young.
Yes, ma'am. Move the adoption of motion number 25-138 to approve the minutes from November 6, 2025 regular meeting. I need a second.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Trustee McGurran.
Yes.
Trustee Blower.
Yes.
Trustee Young.
Yes, ma'am. Move for the adoption of number 25-139 to approve the minutes from November 17th special meeting, 2025. Need a second.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Trustee McGurran.
Yes.
Trustee Blower.
Yes.
Trustee Young.
Yes, ma'am. Move for the adoption number 25-140 to approve the minutes from November 19th, 2025 work session. I need a second.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Trustee McGurran.
Yes.
Trustee Blower.
Yes.
Trustee Young.
Yes, ma'am. Fiscal officer report.
Good evening, everyone. I have for trustees for you to review and to sign tonight certifications of purchase orders and certifications of checks written since the last regular meeting. I also have in front of you in your pile of reports is a receipt report for the month of November. Incoming receipts totaled $126,629.52. If you would have any questions about that, I could answer the questions about that for you. I also have in front of you the management reports for November, not October. It would be revenue summary report and the fund status report. And keep in mind, we are going into the last month of the year, so we're at about 90% expended and received on revenues. I also have for you an appropriation summary for November. And again, like I said, we're at about 90% at this point. I apologize for not getting that put on the actual report itself. I also have for you an appropriation supplemental report for the month of November. There are 3 pages of changes within funds. That is what's pretty normal this time of year, moving money out of some funds and into others so that we're not digging into contingency. So that's pretty normal for this type of year. I also have for you the First Financial Bank credit card attestation for the month of October. And I've got a new method of combining all, since there are multiple credit cards for the police department, I now have a way to combine all of the charges. So there might be an additional page to that report that you're not used to seeing. I also have for you to review the bank reconciliation for the month of November. There's no surprises, no changes, and our UAN totals are equal to and balanced to the First Financial website and statements for our CD and our hybrid banking account. And then speaking of our hybrid banking account, apparently I can't say tonight. We have 21,000 in interest this year, comparatively speaking to, I didn't print the November. We're about 85% over what we collected last year. I apologize, I didn't print to the correct line item. If anybody would like an updated version of that, just know that our move to a hybrid checking account was a good move. We've more than doubled, almost tripled the amount of interest that we have received in the calendar year. Next, if anybody has any questions about any of those reports, I'd be happy to entertain questions or answer any that won't be jumping out at you. Like you're nothing, I'm going to talk a little bit about legislation that we have coming up. We have succeeded in receiving the Bureau of Worker Comp grant for the fire department. We have received those funds to date. We've received the $25,623.14. This is a 75-25 grant that you all approved earlier in the year. I apologize. That is not the correct amount. The grant that we received is $34,559.96 in total. 25% coming from us, which is the $8,936.82, and the amount that we received from Bureau of Workers' Comp was the $25,000. So what we need to do is adjust our revenue budget so that that money is spendable. So that will be the legislation that is in front of you. And that's all I have this evening.
All right, considering for legislation, the purpose to financially allow for the receipt of funds received for the Bureau of Workers' Compensation grant of $25,623.14 for the purchase of Lucas compression systems. Funds must be added to the fire department's 2025 financial budget. Move for the adoption of resolution 2025-072, amending the revenue of the fund requesting the amended certificate and establish resources for the Butler County auditor. I need a second.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Trustee McGurran.
Yes.
Trustee Blower.
Yes.
Trustee Young.
Yes, ma'am. Purpose and approval of pay bills on motion number 25-141 to pay the bills presented through the fiscal officer certification purchase of orders. I need a second.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Trustee McGurran.
Yes.
Trustee Blower.
Yes.
Trustee Young.
Yes, ma'am. Now we move to the administration.
Good evening. First, I'd like to report yesterday was the bid opening for the residential solid waste and recycling bids. We only received one bid. It was from Rumpke. Energy Alliances has taken a copy of this. Rumpke was required to submit 2 copies. So Energy Alliances is going to review the bid and alert me if they have any concerns or recommendations regarding the bid. So once I've heard from them, we'll know if we need to reach out to Rumpke, if we can go ahead and entertain having the board approve the bid as is. So there is a copy here if anyone would like to look at the bid. We do have 4 resolutions for your consideration this evening. The first, this is a yearly action to enter into a professional services agreement with Winelco for inspections for the sewage treatment systems at Fire Station 102 and at the road building. This new agreement does include a slight increase of $40. The second resolution is amending a previous resolution. We contract with Mercy Occupational Health to provide random drug screening for the road department. We are now required to participate in annual queries through the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. This is a national tracking system of any drug or alcohol related violations. So the amending resolution is to include providing that service for us. The third resolution is to approve the 2026 holiday schedule for the township. And the fourth is for a nuisance property for accumulated debris at Robin Avenue. And there is a nuisances update in your packet as well. So if you happen to have any questions about any of the resolutions, I'm happy to answer them for you.
Okay. Consideration for legislation. The purpose, township contracts for maintenance sanitary sewage systems for the fire department, fire and road department facilities. The following resolution enters into a revised agreement with reflects the price increase. Move for the adoption resolution 2025-073, enter into a professional services agreement with Winco Incorporated for the inspections of the operation of the township sewage treatment systems and authorizing the township administrator to execute the agreement. I need a second.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Trustee McGurran?
Yes.
Trustee Blower?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
Yes, ma'am. Purpose, in order to adhere to the requirements of the commercial driver's license holders, redeem a drug and alcohol testing for Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration clearinghouse limited inquiry are necessary. The following resolution enters into an agreement with the Mercy Occupational Health and provided those services. Move for the adoption of Resolution 2025-074, amending the Ross Township Board of Trustees Resolution number 2023-013, okay, which enters into an agreement with the Mercy Occupational Health and provide the Department of Transportation Federal Motor Safety Administration drug testing services and authorizing the Township Administration execute the amendment agreement. I need a second.
Second.
Roll call. Discussion.
Trustee McGurran?
Yes.
Trustee Blower?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
Yes, ma'am. Purpose, to establish a 2026 Ross Township holiday schedule is necessary. The following resolution approved for that schedule. Move for the adoption of Resolution 2025-075, establishing the 2026 Ross Township holiday schedule. I need a second.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Trustee McGurran?
Yes.
Trustee Blower?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
Yes, ma'am. Purpose. The township administrator has provided evidence of nuisance violation exists in the property of Robin Avenue. This resolution declares the property to be a nuisance and orders for an abandonment. Move for the adoption of resolution number 2025-076, declaring a nuisance for the accumulated debris at 2053 Robin Avenue. I need a second.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Trustee McGurran?
Yes.
Trustee Blower?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
Yes, ma'am. Fire department report.
Thank you, Trustee Young. I have the November 2025 report. EMS runs. We had one in the city of Fairfield, 2 in Hanover Township, 7 in Millville, 1 in Morgan, 54 in Ross, for a total of 65 total EMS runs. Fire runs, we had 1 in the city of Fairfield, 10 in Hamilton, 1 in Coleraine, 1 in Crosby, Forest Park, Hanover Township. We had 3. Millville 3, Morgan Township 2. Here in Ross, we had 26. Westchester 1, for a total of 49 fire incidents and a total of 114 total runs. Mutual aid runs, we received 3 mutual aid. Mutual aid came in 3 times in November. Morgan Township covered a call due to all Ross units being out. Morgan Township and Hamilton covered a call during engine 102 sliding off the roadway while responding to a crash. Lorraine Township assisted with their canine cadaver dog to assist in a missing person. Mutual aid provided 11 times in November. Significant incidents, structure fire in Hanover Township on Ross Hanover. Ross responded, pulled first due. 3 alarm commercial structure fire in Westchester provided engine company and air and light unit. Commercial vehicle fire on I-275 in Forest Park provided water tanker. Residential structure fire in the city of Hamilton and assisted Ross PD in search of a missing person, assisted with removal of subject from the woods using our UTV. So a run volume for 2025 year to date, as you can see from 2023 and 2024, it is still rising. We have had more runs each year. And then Chief also wanted me to mention that we did receive the Marks grant from the State Fire Marshal's office for a total of $32,987.45. These funds will be used for new mobile radios in all of our units, with the exception of 2, our oldest tanker and our staff vehicle at Station 101. So that'll be a great improvement for us. I'm not sure when we're going to be receiving those funds, but it will be in 2026. That's all I got.
Okay. Consider for legislation purpose to accept the State Fire Marshal Marks grant for $32,987.45 for radios for the vehicles. Motion. Adoption resolution number 2025-077, accepting the terms and conditions of the Marks grant from the State Fire Marshal, pointing to the authorization of fire chief and project manager to execute the grant terms and conditions, establishing the grant fund number 29-20, entitling the 2026 Marks grant, budgeting receipts and making appropriations for the expenses, and requesting the amended certificate, establish resources from the Butler County Auditor. I need a second.
Second.
Discussion? Yes, I will. People don't realize what our departments are doing. They're going after grants because we don't have the money to do it. I'm glad they are doing that. For the radios, our good sheriff decided to change our communication system, which means everybody throughout the county has to change their system, and our radios have to be updated because our radios are so old they can't be programmed for the newer services. So luckily they went after a grant and got that grant received, and I appreciate the fire department doing that. I need a roll call.
How much percentage wise does that cover for the radios? Is that 100%? 80%?
So it's 100% for the mobile radios. So we have each unit has their own dedicated radio.
Okay.
It doesn't move, right? It's fixed in there. And then there's portables that also will eventually need to be replaced, but this just covers those mobile radios. So percentage wise, it's covering 98% of our units, but just for the mobiles though, not our portables.
Please pass
Portables are what we carry around.
pass along our thanks to the chief and everybody involved doing that. Getting that
Absolutely, will do. Thank you.
done. That's 100% is great.
Yeah.
You want to say anything?
More money, more money. Good job on writing them grants.
Yes,
Do you need a roll call?
yes, I do.
Trustee McGurran?
Yes.
Trustee Blower?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
Yes, ma'am. Road department, no report. Police department, monthly reports for number 2000.
Thank you, board. I'll be brief today in light of the celebration stuff that's going on. So real quick, calls for service. We had 264 calls for service in November, 526 self-initiated calls, 187 business checks, 83 vacation checks, 123 extra patrol, and 133 traffic stops. Our detective is investigating several cases. Some are sensitive, so I'm not going to discuss those, but he had a sexual abuse case, child endangering, theft of banking information, and an identity theft case that he followed up on. Community engagement, we had 1,730 community members engaged throughout November. Our Kramer Cruiser, even though we moved, thankfully, to Family Dollar, they were generous to stock the shelves for us because I warned them of how many cruisers we filled up last year. We filled 3 cruisers in the hurricane winds that were out there and ended up with almost $600 in donations that went back to Ross and Morgan Ministries. So I was very pleased with that. My daughter on social media helping out at that event got like 20,000 views, which is more than me, but she's still grounded. But we'll let her go. We also did the Veterans Day ceremony at Elda, and Sergeant Little and K-9 Blitz did career day at the elementary school and Ross Intermediate School. Fire department briefly talked about critical incident that we had that occurred in the Millville and Upper Ross area that ended up being tragic, but it was probably one of the best collaborations I've ever worked with the police department and fire department, and we at least were able to get closure for that family. But just outstanding team effort, and I was talking to Lori about that, but I think everybody here should know what a great job in going above and beyond everyone did there. And I was just so proud to be a part of it and what they did. So thanks to Chief Johns and Captain Embry and I were out there for several hours, but it was the right thing to do to help the family that day. I've got a couple officer compliments, two that I haven't sent out to the board yet. Our SRO Madison got two citizen compliments that I filled out and will be going into our personnel file. I'm going to save half of my stack for next time. And then Canine Blitz had two apprehensions. Obviously, if you saw my press releases that went out, one of them was for a wanted felon, and we did have a gun recovery on that. So that's the second or third gun that Blitz has gotten off the streets since he got out here. So I think it's really more me than the dog, but no one seems to care about that. I care about the dog. A couple building searches and tracks, but overall, he's coming along. He's making Sarge old very, very fast because he has so much energy, but he's already taking two guns off wanted felons off the streets, probably saved a life down the road. So
You can redo it. That's fine.
no, it's all right. That's all right. We got important stuff to do today. So that's all I have for the board.
Very good. Township business, old business, none from administration, anything from the board.
I have nothing.
Nope.
All right. Announcements, or new, rescheduling January 1st, 2026 regular meeting. Anything from the board?
You need to
We need
What
to
day do
address
we want
that.
to do that?
address that.
January 1st is actually a holiday. It's our
Sure
normal
is.
Thursday.
I'm not, won't be here. It doesn't matter to me.
It might be problematic with it being New Year's Day.
Yeah.
So we could push it to like the Monday, and then that way we're not horrifically, if that would be acceptable to all of the trustees. I see nods from the
Speak up, come on, don't be shy.
Monday
Monday
the,
the 5th. I'm all right.
all right. Thank you.
Okay. Now we go, in new business, anything from the board?
Yeah, in closing, I'd have something since this is my last business meeting with all the department heads here. Took the opportunity just after dinner to jot down a few things here so I didn't lose pace and I don't have to look out there. This has been an amazing 8 years. I've had the opportunity to meet the governor of Ohio at the Winter Conference in Columbus, state representatives, officials of Butler County, and many great trustees from around Butler County. None of this would have been possible without the support of my family and many friends. I've had the pleasure of assisting in hiring a township administrator, 3 trustees to fill the vacancies left by the death of Mr. Tom Wilsey, the retirement of Mrs. Ellen Yorty, and Mrs. Jennifer Patterson, who had to, tend to family obligations, a fire chief, and 2 trustees. The only department where there has been no change is the road department. Thank you for that, Paul. And please don't go anywhere. Our citizens love the way these streets look during a snow emergency and all the potholes are filled. There have been a few times over the years where I felt bad that I was unable to help a resident with their problem because it was really outside the scope of a township trustee and had to be moved further up the ladder. But I think I've helped more than those I've not been able to. Well, New Year's Eve, that will close this chapter in my life, and I look forward to the next one. Thank you all. Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. Very motivated.
Very good. All right, that was touching.
And I jotted that down after a dinner, and my wife rushed me out the door. We got to go.
All right. And let's see, correspondences, anything from administration? None? Okay, topics for December the 18th, 2025 work session. Legislation to approve the 2026 expenditures. Swearing in the 2 new trustees and topics needed.
I have one more thing. In honor of Keith Blauer's over 40 years of public service to our country, our county, and our township, I move for the adoption of motion number 2025.142.604 in reference to his badge number, to proclaim the honoring of Keith Blower and declaring Thursday, January 1st, 2026 as Keith Blower Day in Ross Township, Butler County, Ohio. I need a second.
Okay, second.
Roll call.
Trustee McGurran.
Yes.
Trustee Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Trustee Blower.
I would. I'll agree with that. Thank you very much.
Keith Blower
Such a
has
surprise.
Keith Blower has made meaningful and lasting contributions to our community. And tonight we take a moment to acknowledge his service. At this time, I will read the proclamation. Whereas Keith Blower, a devoted resident of Ross Township since 1975, has exemplified integrity, service, and dedication throughout his many years of public and professional commitment. And whereas Keith Blower is a graduate of Ross High School and D. Russell Lee Vocational School, class of 1982, and where Keith Blower honorably served the United States of America as a member of the United States Marine Corps from September 1982 through September 1985, demonstrating courage, discipline, and devotion to duty. And whereas Keith Blower is supported by his loving family, his wife Barb, his late son Todd Michelle, his daughter Samantha, and son-in-law Tim Hooven, and his 4 cherished grandchildren, who have shared in and supported his many years of service. And whereas Keith Blower has provided exemplary service to Ross Township through multiple roles, including 9 years with the Ross Township Fire Department, beginning as a volunteer in 1989 and rising to captain in 1996. And whereas Keith Blower further served the township as a snowplow driver, ensuring the safety and accessibility of township roadways. And whereas Keith Blower protected and served the residents of Ross Township as a member of the Ross Township Police Department for 17 years, from April 29th, 1998 through August 10th, 2015. And where Keith Blower continued his commitment to public service as a Ross Township trustee for 8 years, from 2018 through 2025, and served with distinction in the Butler County Township Association during the same period. And whereas Keith Blower also contributed professionally for 7 years with the Oxford Township Police Department and 27 years of dedicated service to the Ford Motor Company. And whereas Ross Township desires to recognize, honor, and express its heartfelt appreciation for the extraordinary and longstanding service Mr. Blower has provided to his community, county, and country. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Ross Township Board of Trustees do hereby honor and commend Mr. Keith Blower for his decades of public service and declare January 1st, 2026 as Keith Blower Day in Ross Township, Butler County, Ohio. Keith, on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the residents of Ross Township, we're pleased to present you with this proclamation for your dedication and your service.
That was already done. Thank you, Dave. That was already done. Wow. How surprising this is. Who would have ever said, especially me, that was way too many times to hear my name.
Whereas,
But yes, I understand. This was a love of everything. From the moment I met Teddy Patterson when I went to work for Allenswood Trucking, and he invited me to come down to the firehouse, I was hooked. I met a few police officers, and during this time, my younger brother Pete became a police officer for Union Township, Claremont County. And I'm like, if the little brother's going to do it, I am too. And I started pursuing the Ross Township Police Department, and I made one of the very few seats in 1997 at night school. I had to get moving fast, get the authority and permission from my wife to spend money, and that I would not be around, and definitely be away from my daughter when she was young. But again, everything I've done for this township, I've loved every minute of it. I love driving the old snowplow truck. You do know, the other morning when I sent you the text, I now call that old truck that's going to be going away soon. That is the Blue Bomber.
It is.
I hit a manhole the other morning about 2 o'clock in the morning in Birdland on this recent snow, and half the dashboard come flying off at me, and I lost my defrost. and it was time for me to leave and head to work anyhow. But the trip back to this snow bin, it was cold. But let's look what we got here. So many of my friends and family know that I collect everything Marine Corps, Harley Davidson, and police. And I have a police wall, I have a firewall, and this will fit right in there. Thank you so much, everyone. I greatly appreciate it.
Okay, closing action. There being no further business.
Wait a minute. Have a guest who would like to say a few words.
One more.
Okay.
One more.
Sorry.
No, you're.
All right. So I feel like there's nothing more that I can say, Maureen.
Sure there is. That's right. You're a veteran.
All right, I am. On behalf of the members of the House of Representatives,
That is awesome.
of the 136th General Assembly of Ohio, we are pleased to extend this special recognition to Keith Bauer for exemplary service to Ross Township. You have provided unparalleled leadership as an 8-year member of the Ross Township Board of Trustees, as a veteran of the U.S. Marine Corps, and as a longtime resident of the region. And you have been instrumental in the improvement of countless facets of life in your community, including the strengthening of the fire and the police departments, the snow removal service, and the Butler County Township Association. As you conclude your meaningful civic work, you can be proud that you have become one of the area's most esteemed ambassadors, and that your sincerity and concern that have resonated with the people that you have served, obviously by all the people that are here. Earning ample respect and admiration for your endeavors with Ross Township, you have the satisfaction of knowing that you have contributed greatly to society. Time and again, you have helped the township build on the best traditions of the past, and your record of achievement will not only stand as a hallmark for others to emulate, but will also support a promising future of the growth for this community. Thus, with a hearty applause, we salute you on your sterling public service and count you among the ranks of outstanding Ohioans. That's me, Jennifer Gross, and Speaker of the House, Matt Huffman.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Here we'll do.
And maybe when this is done, if we could get his family to come up.
Okay, can we get in front of the scale? That'd be great. Thank you.
All right.
Come on. Stay here, Jennifer, stay here.
We'll do it after
Let
the
the family come up.
Mark.
Never mind.
I'll leave this though.
Yes, we'll bring you back up. You want to close?
Let's get
The family up here.
Okay.
Let's get Barb and
They're going to. Okay.
Jennifer, get back up here.
Telling me I was
Come
phone.
on up here. Get a picture with your brother.
Yeah, everybody, come on. Come on, Tyler.
Bring your
Come
grandkids up
on,
here.
grandkids, come on.
Also in the audience tonight is my longest running partner for Ross Township that hung with me, and I hung with him from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 2 in the morning every Saturday for over 13 years. My buddy Dilbert.
Act like you like each other and cuddle up.
You're holding. Somebody.
Do I sit?
Can we all do 3? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah.
We just got right stuff on the main.
This week. Oh my God.
Anytime you want to.
We got plenty for you today.
Great relation. You guys need that same relation.
Thank you.
Things were rampant, but then I would like right now.
Not even have races.
Get the blue light out there for you? Parade?
Now you make.
Keep Proud Parade?
For the bureau. I
Okay.
didn't state that.
Closing action, there for no further business from the board, move for the adoption number 25-143 to adjourn the meeting. I need a second.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee McGurran?
Yes.
Trustee Blower?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
Yes, ma'am. So,
Before things get too excited, we wanted to make sure that since Keith introduced us to the Nothing But Cakes, Administrator Kyle decided that it would be a good way to send you.
this meeting is adjourned, and let's get to business. Let's go enjoy the food.